call the August 26th Osage County Commission meeting to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Morning, everyone.
Morning. I'm just sitting in this chair. Is that you that did that?
Oh, it's too high, too low?
Too high.
Probably from the zoning. They had the zoning meeting, so.
No
I think
head
somebody
above the
traded
king.
me chair is what it is.
No head
Well,
above
it's
that
gone.
king. You gotta be higher.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Roll call. All three commissioners are present. Josh and I will be here at 9:30, and Michelle Morris is present. Additions, deletions to the agenda. I know we need to add Laura Hawkins, treasurer. We'll put her at the top, new business, so we can get her back to work.
I needed to add, executive session with, Josh and I, under legal advice in just 10 minutes.
Let's put Laura Hawkins, treasurer's office hours. Okay, then Heather needs an executive session. 10 minutes. Attorney-client, you said?
Yeah, I say legal advice, but I don't know if that's the right term. So I guess, yeah, attorney-client.
Michelle, was there something else you reminded me of?
Executive session, probably 10 or 15 minutes.
IT discussion?
Yeah. And it
So it'll be
would
contract
as well.
review. Huh?
And to include Tricia as well.
So we'll put attorney-client contract review. To include Tricia with land development. Okay, anything else?
Unless I wasn't on for the other two payroll, they said to table it till this week, so I have the other two payroll.
Payroll change sheets? Put that under unfinished business. Cheryl Rooks. Payroll change sheets. Okay, everything look good? Need a motion to approve the agenda with the additions.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Public comment. Anybody here for public comment? You are? Yes, sir. You want to come up front, state your name and
Sure.
what you're here for?
My name's Josh Payne. I'm here about my property taxes. Bring it to your attention and then also ask for a resolution. I've been in the paper, I guess last year as well, I didn't catch it, but this year for unpaid property tax for a property I've never owned. Not necessarily great for my reputation as a financial planner, obviously if I'm not paying my own property taxes. So, came in yesterday, talked to the treasurer, she said it would be in the paper for 3 weeks, and they would not change it. My resolution would just be, can you call the newspaper and ask them to say printed in error or anything on that so that it doesn't look like I'm not paying my property taxes that were in the county. It seems like a simple resolution. Don't know if that's possible. She said that she would work through it with the clerk and everybody else to make sure that I was removed from that property. Although I've been in the past 2 years directly to the treasurer's office and nothing's happened yet. So I bring that to the attention that I have called in each year about it and it persists.
So, Laura, you're in here. What's a little more of the backstory for this gentleman? Is this another one of those like we talked about
Yes.
need some more information, or what is he missing to get that taken care of? Because I know that's not good when you get your name in the paper, especially when it's not warranted.
Right. And I apologize, I worked with quite a few people on the different ones. He was just in yesterday. I'm trying to think if his was completely, was yours part acreage or was it the entire thing?
It was the two parcels, that one, I bought the one piece of it, and that was in my name, I've been paying that. The other piece, I never purchased, and that is showing in their name, that's coming to my address, I think is what it was.
Right. It is separated out into his parcel, how much he has, for the one that he paid on it, but the rest of the acreage is also in his name for the milling, which puts it as far as, and the owner person, but the deed is correct. And that needs changed. I did talk to the person in the clerk's office. She was going to talk to the appraiser's office because that has to do with the acreage and getting the ownership portion updated from what I was told, since the deed name was correct. So that's being worked between all the offices to get that corrected. But I do know I've had a couple others that have came in as well saying that they've never owned it, and I've gotten copies of deeds for those and taken over to the clerk's office as well to get changed. And as you and I mentioned before, getting the list. I'm, from the list of the publication, I've been writing on it, well, on the Excel spreadsheet, making notes as to who doesn't own it as they come in and notify me, and that way we can, I can bring that to you afterwards and stuff. Right now, I think there's 3, there was a 4th one, but they didn't sell it until November of '24, which is after the cutoff, so it is correct for '24's taxes. It just wasn't, it'll be changed for '25. It has already been taken to the clerk's office to make sure that, that is taken care of for '25. So,
And I feel confident it'll be changed and corrected, but I'd like my name not to be in the paper for 2 more weeks.
Yeah,
For no reason.
I'm gonna get to that here in just a second. I wanna make sure that these offices have your information that can make the correct and make the changes, and then we'll visit about that other piece, just a
Yeah.
second.
Actually, Joshua came and talked to me after Matt had left, and so I had his paperwork on. We were on the, if we change anything at that point, which I think is sometimes insane, due to it happened 2 years ago. I did look into that, and Tim and I are gonna work on that today. I didn't realize that it was a deed thing, because when you came in, I think that there was the one parcel, David said you guys had purchased, and the other, and I don't know if that's sometimes a time thing, and sometimes it's a realtor thing. They're telling taxpayers not to pay the taxes, and then when we're not doing our part, and then they don't do their part, it just, the communication's not there. So I don't wanna discard that you were in the newspaper, I apologize. You did talk to me as well, and I know Matt told you he was gonna fix that. I will make sure it's done, and I can call you personally, let you know when it is completed. I did think the acreage was right, I printed that, and Tempest and I were gonna work on it yesterday, and it was closing time, so we just called it a day. So we are all aware. And I think it's just too, that people do not know where to go for that, and you did come because you went to the treasurer's and you came down to our office. So when Brandon messaged me yesterday, I was aware of what was going on. It's just a matter of getting it fixed. I did realize when you were in the newspaper, I did see that. I kind of go through the newspaper to see who's going to be coming in. And I'm good with names. I can go through that all day and tell you who's going to come in here and who's not. I would without doubt. So I apologize on our side. That is the correction that needs to be done. Does have to happen in our office, and then we go to the first and then the treasurer. So
I believe that was in May when we talked, I think, right? So I just feel like there should have been a time frame that was corrected, and that didn't do the damage to the public.
It does, and I'm speaking on probably for everybody. The cutoff times are very hairy in the county. There's so much that goes into something or an implement, and just to try to get those things for one office to understand that date, and the next one to know that, and where we work ahead, they work behind. So if we're doing it, they're still behind, they're still a year behind. So that stuff just doesn't flow. It should, and you would think with the the way your mouth was mouthing that it should. But unfortunately it doesn't, and
What's the
sometimes
normal
it gets
timeline?
missed. So we have like, if you bought property, we should be able to change it, but you have to hold stuff until June, and you can't touch it. And then, we can start doing it again in September 1, you can start doing it again. But then you're not always going to catch every error, if that makes sense. So you'll do those, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the tax statements when the clerk rolls over, that those are going to take effect. And that's just a system error. I don't know that it's really a human error at this point, because you can have something entered and it's just not there. And I don't know how to explain that. It sounds like I'm just kind of ducking under some rocks, but that's not true. There really is just, it's a time thing, and I think it's just where they cut off. I don't know how to explain that. However, this has been ongoing with you for a couple years, so I'll make sure as the priority gets done and we call on our side. I apologize, but yeah, you did come in, so when I heard Brandon, I was like, I know what this is about. So I do understand the frustration of being in the paper. Unfortunately, you just can't catch every error, and then those names go out, and it does look bad, and I understand that. But
And as far as the paper, I've been told that once I give it to them, once it starts being published, I can't remove names, because that's the way it's set in the paper, so it's that way for 3 weeks. So it's not like, it's me not wanting to take it out. They've already got it all set up and everything, and it's a one fee that it's set for the whole 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know we've dealt with that before. It's kind of a pain to get, but what we can do, and I'm comfortable with, as long as you guys are comfortable with, I'm just gonna make this suggestion. We could issue a statement to be posted to have certain parcels, because I know he's not the only one. We can have certain parcels, and the statement can say something along the lines of, these parcels were posted in error. These taxes are paid in full. There was an error, something that gets to the point that just states there was an error made, we found the error, we're correcting the error, or the error is corrected.
So we'll be finding the paper down below for the 3 weeks.
That's the problem with the newspaper. Once you post it, and we've been through this before, they won't pull it. It's already set, it's at their system, they run it for the 3 weeks, and then we have to make whatever correction statements after that. So you can call the paper and talk to them if you'd like, and maybe you can get somewhere with them, but we've had to do this before. We haven't made a statement before, but we've quizzed the paper and tried to get them to pull names, and they wouldn't do it.
Right, because there's other
Because it's
people
already
out there
set.
that we don't know about, or haven't came forward at this point in time, but their names are still in there. How many notifications are we gonna have to put into the paper because they come in at different times? Or do they need to come forward by a certain time, and then whose budget's going to pay for the printing and stuff? Because I'm only printing things that have came through the office, and that's,
We can post that statement, as soon as, it's Tuesday.
And
We have to have everything turned into them by Monday afternoon, isn't it?
There was also delinquent courtesy letters sent out ahead of time this year and that was trying to prevent.
But it sounds like he's already,
Yes, his is.
he's already done that. He did that portion,
So we
obviously.
need to send those letters out sooner. It's gonna take so long to get those things updated. Because I did exactly what I should have done when I got the letter and came
Right.
in, and it still didn't happen. So do we need to send those out? I'm just suggesting.
Well, I sent the letters out like in
Yeah.
March, April, and I was hoping, the ones that came in, I was aware of, so that I could kind of be on the lookout for those.
Well, I think what we can do when Josh gets here, if you guys are comfortable with that, we'll visit with him about a proper statement, and we'll get it turned into the paper ASAP, and then it'll run it won't run in Thursday's paper, but it'll run in the following paper. And then it'll have your parcel, and if we have any others in the meantime, we need to include all those and just put a statement out there.
So we need to tell the public that if anybody thinks it was in the paper and they had not, and they had purchased it several years ago, or up until, I think the deadline was October 1st last year, then they need to come in, notify us so we can get them put into the paper as well as apologies.
Well, if we have to issue 15 different statements, I don't care how many it takes. this week, this guy has tried to do everything he can do, and it seems like the error's on our side. The least we can do is try to make it right. So I don't care if it takes 6 more months and 30 more people come in, we have to issue a statement in each paper. It's our fault, obviously. And I'm not saying that because you guys are in the wrong. I understand exactly where you're coming from. And it's an issue we've been dealing with, but this guy, if I was sitting in that seat, I'd be a heck of a lot more mad than he is, so I appreciate your patience. But, I think, and we could reach out to the paper, just make double sure that they won't pull his name, just at least try to reach out to them and make sure, see if they will.
I do have a question. Why, I feel like I'm gonna start this whole crazy thing, and I'm not trying to, but I am trying to understand. When did we start implementing different things for different offices for taxpayers and like delinquent letters that are going out? There's been phone calls, I've had people come in the office that phone calls are being made from the treasurer's department. When does this stop? You can't say that the county is just a mess and the county has to take the fault for everything when we're sending out delinquent notices that, or our taxpayers being called that they owe delinquent taxes, and you're kind of undermining the whole process to me, I feel like, and we're just creating more chaos. Because if he got this letter and it didn't get corrected, what is the good of the letter? And the county's wasting money to send out these letters that nothing's getting done. So then we look more incapable and stupid, and I've been reading online, there's different people saying things about the county, and it's frustrating for the people that are trying to make it better. If there's letters going out, I think that if Laura did that, fine, if you guys are okay with that, but I don't feel that they already know taxes are due. When you buy a house, you know that these taxes are due, the dates haven't changed, those things are done, and these people are coming in paying, they're trying to correct it, and maybe it's just a follow-up. I take full responsibility for my office, but I just think when all these different things are happening in the county, it's just making a snowball effect for every other office. Because I wasn't aware that those letters went out, so if somebody was coming and they're talking about a letter, I have no idea what a taxpayer is talking, so then our office looks in on it, then Michelle sends something out, or I send something out, I would expect a better communication, and I think that that's a lot of the problem, and a lot of people are standoffish right now. This courthouse is a total chaos. About last week in my raise, I mean, I wasn't here to do a statement, but I can be here all day. And I just feel like there's a lot of chaos in this place that does not need to happen, and it has to start somewhere, and it has to stop somewhere. And there, I don't know, I mean, before it was all everybody was shoving statues at you, what you can do, can't do, and now it's like everybody's free willing it, and it's crazy to me. And so I even sat back and thought, do I want this position? Because there's no consistency in any office. There's none. And the fault, I mean, I can sit there and point fingers at her and Michelle and me, and we can all just keep going. But I don't know where the solution is, Les, and I guess it's where I'm at. It's total chaos all the time.
Well, the
There's no
solution,
need for it. There's none.
the solution is you guys working together, and I'm not saying you're not, because I understand your deals, and, you know, we've talked about this before, about having meetings, you know, amongst just you guys, but we're not involved. And I know there's been an issue with that, but if I were you guys, I'd have the meetings regardless, because you need them, you know, you obviously need them, you know, and I think she's trying to do a good thing, but the communication not going to her, you know, kind of, I see what you're
I did
saying.
let people know in her office
Right.
that delinquent letters did go out.
Well, but if you don't let her know, then nobody will.
Regardless,
Right.
over 200, it did help, it helped the taxpayers, and it also helped the county as a whole, because there was over 200 people that came in and paid delinquent taxes, which those would have all had to pay publication fees, and then a lot of them were abated off. And then the other taxpayers would have been responsible for those, because the county has to keep those publication fees. So did it help? Yes. And have the people ask for them or a second notice? Yes. So it's not like it wasn't known about, it was, I told her back.
Well, I think we're losing sight of what is actually at hand here. And that's another discussion for another time, but I really encourage you guys to have the meetings.
Yes.
If people want to come that shouldn't be there, it is what it is. Have the meeting, because you guys need that. I will not be in attendance, I can promise you that. I feel like you guys need a place to maybe even cuss about me, and I don't care, because it's life. It's part of this business. I think that's healthy.
And I didn't mean to go off track, I just think
Yes.
that
No,
there are
I-
things
yeah.
that can be behind the scene that doesn't always have to be out in the public eye that makes us all, to
Yeah.
me, like morons. And I am so tired of that, I get tired of defending when I'm just trying to do my job at the end of the day and go
Yeah.
home. And that's what I wanna do, and I think that everybody else will appreciate that as well. And so if things are gonna change, I do feel like we have access to email, telephone, whatever, just call and say, hey, this went out. Because I mean, even if she did come and she didn't let me know, and so I don't know, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing that they went out. I'm saying that this went out, and that was correspondence with a taxpayer, that now someone's coming in and saying, I have this letter, and I've never seen it in 8 years, so I'm like, where did you get that? And so, I mean, that's what I'm saying, and then, so you have just that conflict, and then as a taxpayer, I mean, there's some here, if they were gonna bring me a letter and they thought that I would know, and I don't have those answers, then you're sending them on a wild goose chase. You're sending them up to the clerk's office, you're sending them to the treasurer's office, and then they're frustrated by the time they come back. And that's just where I'm just trying to let even my girls yesterday had a meeting with me, and were like, hey, Michelle, we need to know what office does what. We need to know what my job is, what, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. So you can go on and
Well-
on for days. I just want to,
Right.
as an employee here, we're trying to do better. I just don't know that everybody is on that same page to do that. I think that I know that you came in, so I can't even, and I know that there are other people that came in, there's issues, that need to be handled.
Yes, but we need
all
to,
have to work together and get,
Right.
I don't know if there's a disclaimer that can go on the bottom of the newspaper every year that says, hey, things are missing. I don't know what you would disclaim, but maybe
Well-
on there, because it does offend some people, and some people don't care. They're in the paper, that's just the way it goes. There's people that come in here and say, we don't care, we're in the paper, we wait for it. So, I mean,
This is
that
my
does happen,
reputation, my
right?
business, my ability to
Small
do
business.
for our staff, for my family, for everything.
Right.
I mean, and I was in last year too, so this wasn't like this happened and I missed the time frame.
right,
This happened last year. I
Right.
came in the same way. Would have thought it would have got resolved, got the letter, came in again. Still damaging my reputation, my ability to produce income in the county. I was one of the only financial planning firms here,
yeah.
for people to live with.
So, to stick to what the task is at hand, we will visit with Josh and get his statement prepared. If you would reach out to the paper, Laura, and at least ask them again if you can get those names that you know of removed. And then if other people come forward and say, hey, you didn't remove my name, okay, we will handle that. We'll take care of it on a case-by-case basis. And then maybe in the future, something will be printed at the bottom as a disclaimer, but that's, I think is the best I can offer unless you guys have a better suggestion or another suggestion.
No, I think we absolutely need to do that.
So we will work through that, and get something read up and get it out.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, thank you. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Any other public comment? Anybody? Okay, I'm gonna close that section. Laura, if you'd like to give your spiel real quick, so we can get you back. Morning, Josh.
Morning.
I am just going to see if we, the treasurer's office, we can close that on the 10th, 11th, and 12th. I will be at meetings and do it like we did last time, so that the staff is still in there working and getting a lot more done without customers there to try to get things accomplished.
So the only thing that I would have, because obviously it's your office and you need to do what you see fit. We've done this in the past, but putting it out to the public
And I did put it in the paper last time.
in the paper, on the website, everything we
I
can
don't have
do.
access to the website. I'm
But you
not-
know who does.
Yep.
And so if you get it to her in a
She's
timely
also taken
fashion,
notice, and she's aware of it.
and it needs to be posted everywhere and anywhere.
Yep, I posted all over the courthouse and stuff, so.
You guys have anything, any issues with that?
Nope.
Nope, sir.
So, we'll need a motion to approve the treasurer's office to close on September 10th, 11th, and 12th.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Good luck at your conference. This
You struggling there, bud?
This is not my chair. One of you guys stole my chair. Oh, I remember the days where they used to play jokes on me all the time. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put Larry, we're gonna skip the unfinished business at this point. We'll visit about that soon. Or actually, yeah, let's give him the floor so he can get his going champ plan. Well, Larry's the only name I have on there, so.
I'm Larry, he's Larry.
Right.
Brother Larry, brother Larry.
I'm gonna throw this chair in the trash.
You don't have to move clear to the other end of the room.
I'm running from this discussion. Just kidding. That chair has been a pain in the butt since I got here. Sorry, you're still in this chair.
We were hoping we were gonna leave just because we came.
Oh, no.
Can you make it?
Yeah. Four-wheel drive and we're good to go. Much better.
Okay, so last time I was here, you weren't.
Yes.
We had discussed the whole thing about your payroll centers. And we understood that you're going up with Paycor.
Yes.
Okay, the same ones that Josh's other county works with. And so my question is now, what is it going to take to get the payroll information from ADP to Business Link Solutions to get you the proposal that you all approved to look for?
It takes 15 minutes, that's what everybody.
The proposal for what?
Well, I think, I don't know when it
To
was.
do payroll?
No, we had
Pay
approved,
stubs.
we had approved for the payroll census to be given to them so they could
Yes.
do that quote.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
Pay
so,
stub, the last pay stub is all we need. We have equipment now that will take all the information we need to do a proposal from the pay stub. So click, click, that's it. you know.
so it'd be something that ADP needs to produce.
Well, and the only reason, one of the reasons we're here is Oskaloosa's school district is coming aboard. And they had to get an updated census because they had new employees and stuff. It took about 10 minutes to get the PDF updated and sent in. And then they got the proposal back within 3 or 4 days. And I just, every month this goes by, you all are losing, this is based on 100 employees. In FICA taxes alone, you're losing $4,480. And I think $4,480 is worth getting the thing in, but I don't know what the holdup is. Or if there's anything
The
we can do to
holdup,
help.
right, the holdup isn't on my end, I can't speak for these two, but it's like I said in the very beginning, I never wanted to be the first one to try it. And now other people are coming on board, so me, I'm just watching to see how it works out. We did approve to give them that information, and you and I kind of talked about it. We felt like it was a little more sensitive than other people have asked for, but then they dial that back to where do we feel a little more comfortable giving out our employees information?
With all the adjustments they've made, I'm not sure how, it's not cut and dry for ADP right now, so.
Right.
ADP has that information because they do payroll and they will upload it.
We know, trust me, we understand what they can and can't do, and we're having issues right now with
I
what
know.
they can and can't do.
I
So,
know.
yeah, we know, that obviously, but, so what do you think it's gonna take to get?
Right now, I can't even get my report from them to do my K-Works report. That's mandatory.
How do they do paychecks if you can't get anything? How, people get paid, don't they? That's all we need, is pay stuff.
Is it possible we can reach out to ADP with her and say, get this information to Business Link Solutions?
Or is it something that should come, maybe something from legal counsel that just
That's
says,
what I was
please
thinking.
release this data to this organization?
See, ADP
What
corporate is.
do you get for a report when we do our paychecks? I mean, we've got that information that we have that we approved.
So I get that, and then, because they haven't gotten rid of all the Buddha stuff, then after they process our payroll, then they go through and they make all these credits back, which in return makes this manual pay stub stubs, they have to like print all of them out, like try to decipher through them. Since
So,
they are dealing with taxes, I don't know how beneficial that will be when it's clustered like that. I asked for my K-Works report a little over a week ago, and I was told to put in a support ticket to have a custom one made, and I still have nothing.
Yeah, I think one of the issues is that you've caught us at a time when we are in successive transitions regarding our data. And whereas $4,400 in savings is, you know, if everything
Great.
came together as obviously a good thing, adding complexity at this time, there's just kind of a reticence to add something on top that is going to, because this would also be a line item on the payroll, correct?
Right.
And so we don't want to add gasoline necessarily to the fire of the complexity and the inaccuracies, or at least the corrections that are having to be made. I'm sure that there's probably a way to just run a report, whether that data would be correct or not, probably wouldn't be that big of a discrepancy as far as savings versus non-savings, but given the issues that we faced in trying to transition to one vendor and now potentially another vendor, it just keeps me up at night that we're adding a level of complexity that's gonna have to be unwound someday, and especially in looking into these plans, there seems to be a lot of pros to the plans, but one of the at least listed cons is you just have to make sure you keep very detailed and good record for the IRS to make sure you're in compliance. And I don't know if I'd be in a position of recommending that we try to take something on at this point, maybe in a month, maybe in next year or whatever.
It's been a year and it's $300 and some thousand that you just lost. So far, since we first came here, it's been $300 and
you
some
can say
thousand.
lost, but we haven't had the program, so we haven't actually lost
I
it.
understand.
And in my mind, we are dealing with our employees' pay, and I know you guys have a great product. You guys got a great, attaboy from the gentleman that we talked to not too long ago. But at the same time, just like Josh is saying, we wanna make sure we're doing it right. We have a lot of issues right now that we're trying to work through. And tacking that last one on is, and I applaud your perseverance, I really do, cause this has been a long time. It's been a long time in the
I got my tortoise shell, bro.
Yeah, I applaud the perseverance, but, we really do need to get, and in my mind, you two, obviously, I'm not speaking for you guys, there's something.
I think for them and the accuracy that they would want to give us, I don't think our data given to you now would let you give a correct quote. Because we think we have issues with some withholdings and all sorts of stuff. So for us, I think getting the payroll figured out and getting it running clean and smooth then would help you to really give a correct quote.
Well, that's true. That is true.
As far as compliance goes, Josh, I think, doesn't the third-party administrator keep all of that in?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not an extra burden on you all. The program has it by IRS requirement, a third-party administrator that has to make sure everything is in compliance.
Well, we've been in many conversations with those people who are supposedly our contractors and
Yeah.
whatnot,
Okay,
that have said, well, it's dependent on you to give us
the right information, so we keep you
information
in.
so they can, because they're not here every day.
Sure,
So I get it.
yeah, just as long as we're not, if there's nothing we can do to help, that's fine, but if there is, we'll do whatever.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Michelle probably could use an extra payroll clerk.
Well, you can pay for it with the savings.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
So when, folks, should we?
Let
come
me get out
back
my
to-
crystal ball and I'll tell you
I
when.
would say check back at 90 days.
Yeah,
90 days, okay.
yes, we're going to be optimistic, but it's,
Michelle, if anything comes up earlier, you got my number.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
guys. I understand your frustration, I really do.
Yeah, you're the only ones that we've had this issue with, so it's a learning experience. I mean, the other ones would take 15 minutes because they don't redact anything. We're just like Blue Cross and Blue Shield. I mean, you don't redact stuff when you give it to them. We're the same, under the same rules, regulations, and everything. And that was the issue to start with, because we tried to redact certain information.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, it's all the same, you know?
Yeah, the census data is the report given to any insurance company that's gonna be doing quoting.
They have to.
Yeah.
And it's the same. So, yeah, anyway, that was the frustration, you know, from us, because nobody else has had that problem. You know, we got like 12,000 companies and 2 million people insured presently.
To y'all's credit, you were the first county that was recommended to us, from some very close friends. And, like I said, and Amy Addington up at KAC has become one of our best supporters, so.
And their legal knows the legal firm in Nebraska that does the compliance for us. And he said if they approve it, they're 125-year-old ERISA company, so.
How many employees
Huh?
how many employees does the Association of Counties have?
Oh, they've only got 5. We made a special thing for them because of their situation, because of what they represent. But,
Because we were told by another county, well, if you get KAC on board, then we'll take a look at it. Well, we went to KAC and we got special permission to do 5, because we really need 10. 5 is the minimum by RS code. And, so they looked at it, they did the due diligence, their attorney,
Jay Holland.
yeah, approved it. You know, he said if they approve it in Nebraska, then it's good for me. Because he knows that.
and as far as numbers go, whether you got 5 or 5,000, it's the same for employee all the way. The only thing we lied to them about was, we said it was an average of $125 a month increase in pay. Theirs was closer to 200.
It was over 200.
Yeah, and, you know, I said, I always like to bid low on this
Yeah.
when it comes to that. But
I'm
it-
sure Michelle would like a raise without you having to give her a raise. Yeah. She won't answer that.
Michelle. All right, well, very good, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yep.
guys. Larry? Hey, Larry? Is that your
Oh,
guys'?
yeah, my daytime, that's my brain. I'm still old school.
We wouldn't have got.
Explains what's in the seat.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, couldn't resist.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, I just did. Okay, O-Device, is that right? Off-Device?
Yep.
Aaron Breaker call. Aaron, we've seen you before.
In Birmingham.
Yes.
I appreciate you. Give me a few minutes. My name is Aaron Rickoff. I'm Optavise. Washington National is my primary provider. What we do is we offer benefits to employees that protect them in the event of catastrophic events, cancer diagnosis, heart attacks, big accidents, things like that, life insurance. Anything about what we do versus some of our competitors? You guys have Aflac, right?
I think we have a couple.
Yeah. It's our return of premium. You know, so what you'll find inside that folder, there's a big check on there. Companies return more than $4 billion to our return of premium feature to our policyholders. I work with 48 counties in Kansas. Just finished Morris County's enrollment on Friday of last week. The employees find a lot of value in keeping their own money, right? So if something happens to them with an accident or diagnosis of cancer, they've got financial support. Nothing happens to them, they get their money back, you know, through our return premium feature. So it's a great piece. You know, I've been appointed with Aflac, Colonial, Mutual, Omaha, you know, so they all do very similar kinds of things, but what separates Washington National is that return premium piece. Over the last 2 years, we've revamped about every kind of coverage we have. We've gotten away from the cookie cutter kind of plan where every employee gets the same cancer plan, where we've got a very customizable one, so we can modify it just for a specific need. Especially like with heart plans. You know, with my family, Heart attacks are in there, but there's no hospital stay, so I have front-loaded benefits for the diagnosis only, and not a lot for the surgery, things like that. Or on the cancer side, well, there's a lot of cancer in my family, a lot of treatment, so I put a lot of treatment benefits in there along with diagnosis benefits. So it's a great piece to be able to customize it. In those folders, you'll find some outlines of coverage on one side, the other side you can find some letters from some of the with Grant County's in there, that's where I'm heading tomorrow, out in Ulysses, Kansas. So I go from Cherokee County in the southeast corner to Morton County, to Decatur, got a meeting with Cheyenne County here in a couple weeks, to Donovan. So all four corners. I live in Douglas County, I've been up in Bowling for about 15 years. My son's now a senior in high school in Lawrence, so I relocated to the city of Lawrence, so he can go, because I'm never home. So on this side, we have those outlines and coverages, we revamped all our cancer and all those plans. We also have the ability to do special enrollments. For the second half of this year, for public sector employees, we're able to do guaranteed issue hospital indemnity. You know, public sector, cities, counties, and school districts where we don't have to have participation numbers. If one employee wants a hospital plan, they can get it. No height to weight, no personal health history, anything like that. We just rolled out a term life product, has a term premium on it, you know, so if somebody doesn't pass away by the time that terms out, it's about 98% of term policies don't pay anyway. They get 50% of the money back, so they're incentivized to keep that plan in place. And then we have our permanent policy. Now, this is the only one we've had for more than 2 years. Everything else is pretty much new. Has a living chronic illness benefit, permanent, matures at age 100. So at age 100, well, life expectancy in the United States isn't quite that, if somebody does live to 100, they get the cash value portion, which is generally more than what they put into their plan. So they win-win. With that, we do individual, spouse, kids, and grandkid coverages, because one thing I do know about grandparents, they love their grandkids, and they provide their grandkids without anything. So we're, like I said, able to customize it, the living chronic illness benefit, what does that do? Well,
What is that?
if somebody's unable to do 2 activities of daily living, or irreversible dementia or Alzheimer's or cognitive impairment, basically nursing home kind of facility, or in-home care, they can actually utilize the face value of the life insurance policy to help cover some of those costs.
So it's attached to a life insurance policy?
It is a life insurance policy first. So
Okay.
say somebody has a heart attack or a bad car accident, it's life insurance. Let's say they have that car accident and they're paralyzed, and they're gonna be in a facility just because they're unable to take care of themselves. They can actually use our life insurance policy to help pay for that kind of care. It is not long-term care, that's supposed to become Q4 this year, so we're gonna have a worksite care deductible, long-term care policy, which I'm pretty excited about. I just can't speak too much to it because they haven't released it. I don't know what the rates look like, I don't know that they're anything, so what that long-term care rider can do on life insurance is bridge a gap. You know, so whether employee has farmland or equipment, allow family cash resources right away to make plans. You know, because in the Medicaid world, you know, there's spin down rules. You know, they moved to an 8-year look back period to give assets away when the state won't go back and look and see what you did. What does help buy family time to get things in order? You know, so it's a very affordable way to do that. We typically will offer what's called a simplified issue, which is 6 health questions and none of the family history. We can do what we call select simplified issue, and that's what I put in place with Smith County and Trego County last year, where we reduced it to 2 health questions. So it's a HIV question and a 6-month question. So basically, if you're coming to work, you're probably eligible. Or we can do guaranteed issue, which we did in Grant County and Cherokee County and several others across Kansas, which means no health questions. You know, I've written life insurance on somebody who had a heart attack 6 months prior, sitting down with me. Somebody on the Missouri side, one of my counties over there, left our meeting to go have chemo, and we were able to get that life insurance in force. So we're able to do different kinds of enrollments. Now there are there's gonna be some participation requirements to get those special enrollments, but typically that's not the enrollment I roll out with a new group or with a new county. I wanna understand the need first. You know, after meeting with employees and seeing what their needs are, going back to Heather or the clerk and saying, hey, we have X amount of people participating, this percent of people could use a special enrollment, we could definitely do this, I know with participation, and we orchestrated that enrollment too. So what we do is it no direct cost to the county, you know, so it's employee participation, they pay for it themselves. You have a couple of counties that pay for cancer plans, like Kingman County and Hodgman, but that's completely up to what the budget looks like, I don't know what your What I try to do is I meet with the individual, and we customize the coverage to fit their needs, because it needs to fit two things. It needs to be affordable, you know, so they're not skipping their utility bills or property taxes to pay for their premium, and it has to be helpful. If it's not useful, it's not affordable, they're not gonna have it when they need it. It's, you know, so I try and meet both of those pieces, and that's why I like our very customizable critical illness plans. Our access plan has 4 levels, you know, so like myself, I'm a single parent, you know, I'm on budget, I've got mortgage and things like this. I'm gonna look at this particular kind of coverage. I get into a sheriff's office, you got a 25-year-old single guy with no kids, no mortgage, with a little more at risk of a job, we look at it at a higher level, you know, just, you know, based, some of it's gonna be based on their outside activities. Accident plan covers a lot around the job. We do have what's called a public safety rider available on our accident plan for law enforcement, EMS, fire, you know, if they're shop line of duties, a $5,000 benefit, so it's a benefit for that specific job class. So do you have any questions for me?
So you have accident, cancer,
Heart, stroke, critical condition.
and life insurance.
Hospital indemnity. We do
What is-
offer a disability rider on our accident plan, but like what I just did with Morris County, we just placed it with disability. I guess that Aflac probably carries your short-term disability. You know, so a lot of the counties I work with offer both, and us and Aflac. I've got no problem with their company, you know, but I think my aunt, she lived out in this word, Kansas, had one of the cancer plans, and she used it, did what it was supposed to do. I got no issues with it. I just like the features of the return of premium and having options, you know. What we find is I've got folks that have Aflac this and ours this, because they like the different pieces. You know, so all I'm asking is permission to speak with employees, and we can go through payroll deduction. If we work on post-tax, you know, so in post-tax, I think it benefits the employee, the policyholder. As a post-tax benefit, it's not taxable income because they pay taxes, income tax before they pay for it. And they can modify it anytime without any qualifying events. For pre-tax, it does benefit the employer through the FICA savings, and also benefits the company, the insurance company, because you're locked into it for years, so you can't make changes. So if they overbought, they can't fix it. You know, so I try not to put too much coverage in place for some folks. But if something does happen, like I'll take this, and this, and they get that first paycheck with permission from payroll, yeah, we can modify that. We're not locked for a year. And I think people like that flexibility. You know, and I'll put our product up against that, being able to change at any time versus things like this.
So when we have companies like this, do we actually contract with them, or it's just they're available at
We
benefit
just allow them to visit with our employees and offer the benefit.
Yeah, so it doesn't require a contract, like the Section 125 administrator would require you to sign a contract.
Okay.
For that. You know, basically, the devil's agreement, we appreciate it, and thank you, you know. Feel free to call Chelsea over in Morris County, just talked to her yesterday. Amy Woodward, you know, same city, you know, just goes up there a couple weeks ago. Teal Plumbing downtown City City Heroes are active ones I worked with the last 3 months.
Yep, I don't have any issues, just as long as Michelle doesn't have to do any extra work. She's got plenty. Sometimes we tag a little too much on top of her, but you handle all of it. You show up, all she really needs,
I get
just provide you this
permission, and then I
room.
reach out to different departments, and one of the things we like to do that, I think it helps productivity, is I bring arrangements with your road bridge director. I come in, I do a group presentation first thing in the morning, 6:37, our clerk comes started. Takes about 5 minutes, so if they're interested in getting more information, we go through that piece and get them set up if they're wanting to. Everybody else just scatters to get their job done.
Yeah.
Make a plan with the health department, make a plan with the sheriff's office to what works best. With the sheriff's office, is EMS a part of your county government? Okay, so a lot of morons is since there's multiple shifts with law enforcement, I typically set up multiple times with them, overlapping shift change for dispatch, corrections, and sheriff's deputies. Make myself available because nobody likes to come to work on their day off.
Right.
And a voluntary benefit, probably not.
Right.
So that's really all I have, is just asking for that permission. You know, obviously I'd set something up with you, month out or so, depending on what works best for you and the department.
What's your opening one more time?
Anytime, because we're not locked in that pre-tax, we're not locked into your insurance. And October 1 to December 15th is very busy. I've got that sort of lot, we got our benefit fairs and all sorts of stuff going on.
Okay, so I'll need a motion to approve Aaron Brinker Hoff, Odevice, right? Oh, it's spelled wrong. How do you spell it?
OTTAEIS.
Okay.
I have
That's
to
what,
look at my business card sometimes.
we dropped a P off of it. So, we'll need a motion to approve, Aaron Brinker Hoff of Optivice to visit with employees in regards to Washington National coverage.
Do you need to set a date on that, or just
So leave it open.
so moved?
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Appreciate that.
There you go. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you again.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Do you know how many other do we offer our employees through here?
No, we have Aflac and then Washington National. And we have Liberty Mutual. Or Liberty National.
Liberty National, Globe Life,
Globe Life, yeah.
Okay.
Plenty. Lots. Okay. Michelle Rooks, payroll change sheets. You like I snuck that in there, didn't you?
Yep.
Those are the two I gave last week. Trinity.
Hey, what were your guys' thoughts?
Well, the appraiser's office, I would say definitely has it within their budget to do that. So, and as the department head, I think her recommendation should carry some weight on that.
Mhm.
So I'm in favor of approving those, but I understand, and I'll let Heather speak on that, but she has some real concerns about where the actuals are on budget monies. So,
Right.
I mean,
Heather?
Yeah, I mean, that was something the actuals, we're not really sure what they are right now, but the other thing is that, we really don't have anything that shows the value of each position, and so it's always been hard for me when it comes time to approve raises, like, I just don't know of each positions, what those ranges are, and so.
I don't know that, I know that you've asked for those for years and years, I think that we have kind of a job title. I don't think for any of our offices though at this point that they're not all, I stress to my girls that they really do need to cross-train. They do need to know when somebody comes in, they're not waiting for Michelle to be here or waiting for, personal property, whatever. I think they all need to. They've been open to do that. Specifically, when you're asking a job description, I think that's hard to do within, because you hire somebody at something, but they always take on more responsibility. So if you're sitting to do that, you have to nickel and dime every single time they go, because you have, XYZ employees saying, I can go here and make this, and then, so what happened last week has been a total chaos in the courthouse. I've gotten, the day I walked out, and I already had conflict when I walked out the door, I've been answering questions. I don't know that when you work another job, you don't have to tell what somebody makes. This is from people walking out Tuesday, people wanting to take the day off, and now here I got another 2 employees that, I don't see any consistency in anyone, any department head come in to ask for any raises at all. And I think it's because they're always told no, or they're told that we don't know what the budget's at, or we don't. I've lost so many employees in our office and we're down. There's no way that my budget's gonna be over. And then I think we kept it the same because I didn't have all the documentation I needed to prove my budget this year. So, that goes without saying, we have NRP, I took on a lot when I did it, and Matt was like, we can't get you more money, and the county, I don't know that we're thriving, but I also know that we can't keep losing employees that are putting in the work, that we just can't keep letting them go, because it's not, I mean, you can't find the help, and then if you do, you're doing an interview and you're showing them benefits that aren't appealing to them, so here I am trying to keep an employee, and I think that we're all doing that, we're all trying to keep them, and I know you're trying to stay within a budget, and you guys have your job too, but when are we gonna tell the employees that their value is worth more? Because I know that you guys have done income studies, and you've had 3 different HRs go out and do them. I know Devin Sprecher did it, I know Amanda Coleman did it, and I know Stephanie Burdette did it. And none of those even came to head. It was like they were discarded, and I know other counties call and you can verify what they make. So we can't say that, I don't think any taxpayer is gonna come in here and say, you guys shouldn't pay XYZ amount of money. But I do understand the employees here and why they're so frustrated on the amount of money. Because what I came and asked for the other day was a lot, and I knew that. But I also said, you guys can counter offer and I'll speak to her. I don't feel like I'm trying to cause conflict, but I also feel like at some point, whose problem is this? Because the wages are off. They're off. That's just a given. But I also think that a lot of offices sit and we're trolling our chairs some days because there's not something to do. Are we gonna punish everybody for that? I don't know. I feel like I have to come up with my teeth to get an employee to feel that they deserve something, because we don't have any consistency in a 90-day review, a year review. The last I understood, we had no merit. We didn't have a merit raise. We got rid of it. And so here I see people come in all the time and say, there's a merit raise. So is there or isn't there?
Well, that was on
Just an
each
elected or
department head to
non-elected?
do. That is on each department head to do. And
That's
what
how
I've
I
been,
saw it, and that's what I heard.
but that's what was directed, and I know because I'm part of the ones that directed us to do that. What I've always been trying to do is so that each department knows that there's a certain set time that you have these requests in. And like the sheriff's department, he did what was asked way back when, and he put together a merit and a pay scale and he's got a different schedule. So you may want to visit with him about kind of how he did that. And his is pretty easy to understand too, so, for me, with my little pea-sized brain, but I do agree, I think we're underpaid. I've done my own looking around and seeing what people make, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see the loaf of bread's a hell of a lot more expensive than it was just a year ago. But wages haven't increased that much. And to your point, we do have a tough job. We're playing with taxpayer money. And so we have to decide where would the taxpayer rather have that money spent. And so, and all the while keeping up and providing services. Hence the reason we go out and try to find ways to generate revenue in this county. It gets shot down. So it is a big mess. But I don't have any issues with this, and I agree with Brandon, and I think we need to take this up on another level with all of them. I would encourage all the department heads to come in and visit with us about this. The other thing I wanted to add, though, is I don't know if people are really sure, because I know people have asked me. We are moving to the Blue Cross Blue Shield insurance benefit first of the year, and that's going to be a huge jump for a lot of people. It's a big deal. So it's going to be a big deal, and I just want everybody to understand that too. So we have added the benefit, and we are trying. It's just very tedious, and there's a certain time
I don't want to
frame.
come at you guys like I'm coming at you.
You're not,
crazy.
and I
I'm
don't
not.
take it that
But
way.
it is frustrating to sit here and, XYZ's been here 20 years, you've been here 5, you've made more, you've made less. I don't even know that there is a fair, I think from the very beginning, Heather, and I don't know if you remember, because you've been here as probably as long as I have, there was a deputy pay. There was, I thought there was pretty standard that every deputy made this much money, and if there was something beyond that, they wouldn't did it. But as long as I've been here, there hasn't ever been really a review time per se, and so I don't really know when the right time is. My office was hit with Savannah wanting to leave, and I just saw a good employee that I didn't want to lose. So I'm sitting here trying to defend myself to all the offices and the employees here, and I don't feel that that's my job to explain why I feel someone should be paid or not more than. I don't think they're better than, or a road and bridge. I just don't get it. We're all adults.
Well,
and
but the thing is, again, it's on each department head. That is their responsibility. We have 8 different businesses running underneath the umbrella of the county. And so each elected, each department head is a separate business, and it's on them to make sure it's in their budgets and all that. I know Chris does evaluations every 6 months. My recommendation to people is to either do your evaluation at the end of the year, in lieu of, the first of the year, so we start off fresh, or do it prior to our budget time. When you're figuring out your budgets, do your review and include all that in your budget. That way, when you come in the next year, you can say, hey, I already got it in my budget, this is what I factored up, you guys approved it, so here's my payroll sheet.
And I appreciate that she wants this, I'm trying to.
Right, well, what you have said is things I've kind of talked about through the years, that if we, as the policy board, create those, I don't know if they're called financial policies, I don't know if that's correct, but if we had the policies to give to the directors that said, here's the time that we will consider the raises, probably wrap it somewhere around budget season, but I don't know. And the process, and then what's available to them. And that way you guys know the roadmap of, okay, here's what I do, how I do it, and when I do it. I think that would be helpful. Otherwise, it's just shooting from the hip.
Once you do it for one, then everyone else is coming to you. And so you're like, okay, well, and you almost have, it seems like, if that means, let's see that. But what I did put on there is what I feel like they should have if it needs to go up. I don't mind that as well. I would try to get a negotiation point where we can do that and discuss it. So, Gigi does sales. I'm trying to get it what they really do have to do. I think Matt started that, and because she even said, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do all the time. And I'm like, okay, well, when I first started, and I say that with very, but sales went out on their own sales. They data entered their own thing, and so that was like their own department. And then my people, data collector went out, and she entered hers. But there's no cross training anymore, so I can't even tell you that responsibility clause. It's what I put on there was for them to start cross training and get to know. I encourage them to do that. That's what I did when I first started, because my job's so much easier because of it. So, anyone should cross train. But I haven't changed any positions. They're still data collectors.
Okay, well, with that being said, I'll need a motion to approve the personnel payroll action forms brought forth by Michelle Rose, Appraiser's Office.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Just making sure I got the right date here. Okay. Okay, that's done. Mr. Wells, you walked in at the perfect time. Good, how are you? Haven't heard much out of you now that the jail's all but finished. Did they get the concrete, all that stuff taken care of?
We still have asphalt repairs, we're gonna concrete track on top of it, and this is great. Nailed, so we're fixing that.
Sweet, but they are addressing it,
Yes.
the needs as they arise.
Yeah, we are really close to being completely done, which I'll be talking to you guys, because I don't know how to close out the lots and stuff. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, we'll have to get Brendan James, get those guys involved, and once we get our letters signing off and all that, we'll provide that information to them.
Should be pretty soon, so.
Did you have anybody contact your office about the lights from a building that's like, I guess in somebody's windows, they're like so bright at night or something? They messaged me and I said, just reach out to the sheriff's department. I couldn't tell if it was from the sheriff's building. They said it was a building near the sheriff's office, and I said, just reach out to see if it's, I said, if it's a sheriff property, then maybe they can adjust the angle of the light or something. Yeah, so anyway, someone will probably be reaching out to you.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything with that.
It was just a day or so ago. So, just recent.
There's only 2 houses there that could possibly be affected. so,
It's gotta be somebody close.
it has to be the one across the street or the one in the parking lot.
We had to put like shrouds on a job I did one time, because we had a whole neighborhood, it's about
pay attention to that.
That happens. Yeah.
We also just added a light to the south porch to make sure nobody's getting up there, so maybe the house across the street.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'll look, I'll pay attention to it.
Yeah, you can always put a bigger light on the flagpole.
The lights up real nice, I like it a lot. I was surprised, didn't think those little lights all the way down where they're
Oh, yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful night.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Big fan of the old red, white, and
I'm out there at night.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
it's a pretty big size. Get a lot of compliments on that light.
Yeah. To get that island figured out then.
Yeah, they would get it.
Nice.
It's
Very common.
lower now, and time goes in the gravel.
Good.
Yeah, I don't think it would be a problem. That's when they redid that, so they pulled the concrete structure out of asphalt.
Oh, gotcha.
Which I'm glad they did, because that showed this upgrade was.
Right. Right. Well, it took on a lot of water there. I mean, everything was going.
That didn't help.
Right. Say, any issues, comments, questions?
no, sir.
I'll need a motion to approve the personnel payroll action forms brought forth by Sheriff Wells.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
This will fill the deputies and SROs, so we should be good on the road for a while.
All your,
Don't say that, because the second you do.
did you say all the SROs are filled with that?
This will fill the
Okay.
last one. He's certified, so we could,
Oh, good, good.
yeah, that was kind of important. That was good, but also a good candidate.
Yeah.
That note or not, that note is basically what's left of the vehicle fund after this vehicle. Or the equipment fund, whatever you wanna call it. Just so, for explorers and
Is this because of the Tahoe?
well, that and the drill
Oh,
and stuff.
oh, for the, okay.
It's got like a,
That's what.
Pull out shelf.
Oh, is this the drone vehicle?
it's,
How big is that thing?
it's just a top.
No, I mean the drone. How
It's,
big?
it's a little slow today, sorry.
It's almost as good as my car.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Oh, man.
Carb or bass?
That's great.
I assume that's got like the fold out or the pull out shelf.
Yeah, it's got four, oh, the shells.
Yeah, that you
Yes,
pull it
they
out.
have, pull-outs on those. The drone actually has pull-out arms.
Yeah, yeah, fold out stuff on it, yeah.
It's got
Ugh,
thermal on
it gives me a
it.
heart attack.
It's been a lifesaver. We've done several recoveries with it.
So the balance, that's the current balance is 105?
Yes, we're adding $22,000 in there, hopefully this week, because we sold a couple cars. I will say that the Tahoes also bring a lot more money on resale.
The resale.
than any other vehicle. That was
Yeah.
another meeting. I would love to go all Tahoes, but there's just no feasible, because they do cost more.
Where are you selling the vehicles at?
Either at the auction or Purple Wave, we just sold 5 on Purple Wave.
What auction?
It's-
I-70 auto auction,
Oh, Carlson's?
I don't know if
On
Carlson
I-70?
Road.
On I-70?
Yes.
Okay.
I-70 auto auction, is what it used to be called anyway. Okay, I'll need a motion to approve purchase order 4045 in the amount of $73,286.91 to purchase a 2025 Advent Tahoe with rear storage system to be paid to serve from the Vehicle Fund 001-10-5500.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Excuse me.
we're currently housing 33, I think.
Nice.
That's huge. For every 20 is about 500,000.
What was your magic, 25 was your magic break-even number, or?
40 would be our sure break even.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
It's actually, I think 35 is break even,
Okay,
or 30 would be break even.
30,
That would pay all the loans and everything.
yeah, okay.
So, and we expected, we were hoping to get 20 by the end of the year, and we're already up to 30, so we're reaching above schedule.
Because it's about 800 some thousand is gonna be the annual payment, I think, right?
Yes, it should
Yeah.
be. And
So that 30 some is the break even for the bond.
But we also add in like the e-cigs and all this stuff they purchase, so that generates
Mhm.
actually a lot more income. So I don't know that I'll have the exact numbers to here, but. Any questions?
I do not.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Michelle, 23 audit of financial statements, tax roll corrections, payroll change. Sorry, buddy.
What?
I feel your pain, you got that long
I'm
face.
just a little congested, that's,
Yeah.
Are you gonna call for your recess anytime soon?
I don't know. Well, you need one?
Well, you got a mouth, you can ask.
He just gets up and walks out.
I don't.
Yeah, one of the meetings, I'm sitting there and he just walks out and goes, can we have a recess?
Well, it was,
You need a recess.
Whatever, in the next little bit, before executive sessions, yes, please.
Okay, that's kind of what I was planning to do anyway. Get through this business and then we'll. That's where I've been for the last 2 weeks, Chris, working for your US Marshals.
What's that?
So that's where I've been for the last 2 weeks, working for your US Marshal, Frank Carlson building. Did their secured hallway.
Oh, wow.
Got to know them guys pretty all right.
It's
interesting. It made me really think we need a secured hallway.
Yeah.
Really? I don't know the logistics in the courthouse, how they can accomplish it though.
I'd just like to open all the doors up so I don't have to park on one side.
We should do that. I don't know why we don't. We should do that. Isn't that something we can do?
Oh, you'd
Are
think
we in
so.
charge of that?
You'd think so. I don't know what happened. I'm still unraveling that.
I know what happened, and I can explain it later.
There's tax roll and here's minutes. Did you guys keep the audit thing last time? You need to run another copy.
Well, no, normally Scott comes and does a presentation and gives us his hard copy that are like wire bound.
Well,
So-
I think there needed to be maybe some tweaks, and that's why it wasn't done yet.
The audit?
Well, the budget, I know there was tweaks, but the audit, there shouldn't have been for 23.
Yeah, and he should come and present that.
Unless he still had questions.
There are some questions on that audit sheet. There was a lot of signature pages on there or something rather. And Josh thought maybe that looked a little different than it used to.
Did it get sent digitally, or was it just paper copy?
The audit.
Oh, it's not the 5 signatures?
Whatever it was, yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying, I think that's similar to what we've signed before, but I was just saying, just, you guys should review
Look
the
at the,
financial statements to make sure you understand them, and you can at least say that that's based on information I believe. You didn't report these numbers, but that's your stuff. That's your summary.
but there was some things listed on there.
Randy, have you reached out to Scott?
No, I ended up not talking to him.
When did that get sent out?
When did it get sent out?
I was trying to narrow it down the day. They have a couple different
I'm looking forward to here at Union.
subjects change. Year end 2023.
I can't find it.
I found the draft on it. I don't know if there's something different that came out.
What day was that on?
23rd of July. That might be the So,
So I'll send you these digital as well.
see anything you didn't like?
Oh.
There's two of them. Right there. We can get them out of the way right quick. That was you.
That was you.
Was it?
Yep.
Oh, it was. See anything you didn't like? Need a motion to approve the tax roll corrections for 2020 and 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Would you hit me again? What-
You didn't sign it.
I did too.
Where?
On the very.
Oh,
to
clear
the
over
right.
there. Should've known you're kind of an outcast.
Just on the fringe.
Setting up punch.
Excuse me.
Chairs are way better. Boy, the seat is huge.
So this is its final draft. This is that signature page that we sign every year accepting his. So, did you got a printed copy for us to sign? You said you had questions on it, Brandon, or no?
I can't remember, hold on.
I bet it's good.
Yeah.
What about you? Did you look through it?
Are you talking about the audit? I had scanned it when she sent it out a week or so ago, but I would like to have Scott come present it. That's what he's done with the last 3 audits. He comes, he goes through it, kind of lets us know what are the areas that, if they're a new issue or an old issue, and then kind of talks through recommendations and stuff, but I really think he should present it.
Is it his intention to present this? And this is just the letter that we sign every year?
To my knowledge.
Because he does normally bring it. I guess just asking if he can bring it over. I don't have any issues signing it. I'm gonna push this one down a little further, and then I'm gonna make a call to Scott here when we're on recess. We'll just figure this out. Actual corrections are done, payroll change. Yes, for sure. Still reading?
No, just looking. Is there a title on that, I guess?
She is the deputy clerk.
Okay.
Good over there?
I'm good.
Any questions, comments? I'll need a motion to approve the status payroll change report brought forth by Michelle Morris.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, then we'll put a question mark on the statement. All right, at this time, I'd like to take a brief recess. We'll be back in, we need 5 minutes?
Oh, yeah, short, super short.
Be back at 10:30. so I just got a phone call from Citizens Bank that they got an email from me with a letter trying to get some information and open accounts in my name.
That's scary.
It is. So we're gonna have an IT discussion, and we're gonna have to reach out. Because I think I know a guy that can fix that, but we aren't currently using him. So Century, that's, we're gonna have to reach out to them. Need to contact whoever you're talking to, or I can call Donnie, I guess.
They usually just put everybody in it, anybody they've ever had contact with, they usually.
Yeah, okay, let's work on that after we're done here. Because they sent it in my chairman capacity. So, they're gonna forward it over to me, Josh, and I'll forward it on to you, so you can be privy to that. And I did not get a response back from Mr. Lloyd, so we will handle this after I visit with him. So, that being said, policy book discussion, next thing. This has been brought up lots. Have you guys had time to ask your questions, have your questions answered, outline your questions, concerns, what? Because we need to get that policy book taken care of. We all want that. Oh, thank you.
Josh, I'll send that to you, for people.
So I took the liberty of asking Michelle to provide what I feel we need as a draft to be approved. And I haven't got to look through yet. Our front page is already, it didn't come through all the way. Your table of contents.
I think it's the way it was kind of formatted or something, it just, I would have to mess with it, I didn't realize it was on printed.
Yeah. But everything else is in there, correct? So what I would like to do is get your guys' blessing to send this out to department heads. Allow them to weigh in with any questions. And revisit once we give them a short window to review and send us back questions. And then get this taken care of.
Michelle, you can send that to me.
Yes, did it right.
12 days per year.
So I didn't change anything in this, but the one concern that I did have, the cap on sick leave accrual, I think we need to make an adjustment there, and kind of think it should be a little lower.
The vacation and sick time was in their years what we have now.
Say that again. It's in here as we have it now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that it did get changed, adjusted.
For that, yeah.
Okay. And that answers that question.
Whether we want to tweak that a little bit or not, I don't know.
Well, that's a max accrual, and that, as long as we have a max.
On E there on page 12, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
there's a max on the vacation time as well, yeah.
Yeah.
2/8, I got you.
Yep. And there's also a sellback period, so then that way they can, if they can't use it, instead of losing the benefit, they can sell back. So if they reach that max, you sell back so many days to get you back to where you're accruing again.
On the sick
So it's a
leave or on the
benefit.
vacation?
On the sick leave.
Yeah, sick leave.
Yeah.
I might send it to you, Josh, I can tell you.
Then the sick leave bank.
That was one that we had started a sick leave. I didn't think ours was as defined as this one is, so. So I wanted to include it.
Okay.
There it is. This one's quite defined. Excuse me a second.
Hello, Mr. Lloyd. Great, great. Just,
I sent it to you, Josh, but I can't find it, it wasn't there, I just put it.
Heather, have you made it back to the back of that where it has the, like the employee evaluation?
Oh, no. My recommendation is that we keep the manual that we have that came from K-CAM and work through that, and then if there are things we want to change in that one, just item by item, because it's really comprehensive, and it came from our liability carrier. So there may be some things in here that we could incorporate in there. So I prefer to just keep what we have and add or change in there.
On,
But-
on that evaluation form, do we have, is that something, does that fit your idea of like, what you'd like to see department heads bring forward or complete on a yearly or whatever basis?
I'd have to take some time and read through it. I mean, we got this a while back, and I remember reading through it then. I probably have it somewhere with my notes, because I
Yeah.
read it and made a bunch of notes. I'd have to find that.
That'll work. All right, see ya. You too. Bye. Okay, so, he was gonna touch base with, his people, but he doesn't think there's anything he needs from us right now. That is for review. He said he's gonna go over that the 15th of September when he's here to do the budget hearing and all that. So he said after the budget hearing, we'll go through the audit. So he was gonna check with John, make sure there wasn't a signature or something that they needed, but he didn't think so. Okay. Any other questions? So I would like you guys' permission, your blessing, to send this out to the department heads, give them 30 days to respond with questions, concerns. And in 30 days, we revisit and make adjustments and approve or deny.
And compare it with what we have now and all that jazz. And
Yep.
Yeah, my recommendation was that we keep our current policy, because I feel like it's pretty comprehensive, and that it came from K-Camp. And then, if there's things in here that aren't in that, or we wanna change something, then do those item by item and keep that one, versus just a whole brand new one. I think it's more comprehensive than this one.
It is not, but I can guarantee it. But as long as we have the blessing to send this out, I'll just need that in a motion to send this out to the department heads for review, for a period of 30 days.
to highlight any
Yes.
things they like or don't like and all that.
Correct.
Okay, and then we can, and that'd be 30 days, and then just when we revisit
From
it,
today, right,
then we got that time to compare it with what we have.
correct.
Okay,
Motion?
so moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. So Michelle, we will, if you would please, send that to department heads, and then we will put this on for 30 days from today. Please. Okay, that'll at least give them a chance to weigh in and covers that base. So then the 23 audit financial statement, nothing's needed from us. We can cross that off. Okay, let's go with executive sessions. Tricia, you're first on the list. I will move to enter into an executive session with Tricia Webb, all three commissioners, and Josh Nye for 10 minutes under the non-elected personnel clause. We will be back at 10:55.
Topic.
Topic, pay,
Payroll.
payroll discussion. Need a second.
Second, sorry.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. All right. front and center.
And I did make that effective 8/1, since I initially came in with the request in July.
And don't take this the wrong way, is that gonna be all right? Okay.
Well, and that's
We
why
just had some confusion with
Yes.
post-dating. I wanna make sure with their current payroll people, you're not gonna have a hiccup.
Yeah.
So, he'll need a motion to approve the personnel payroll action form brought forth by Tricia Webb.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, now I move we enter into an executive session for 10 minutes under the non-elected personnel clause with Michelle Morris, all three commissioners, and Josh and I. Topic is payroll discussion.
Yeah, yes, I can separate this.
Okay. Topic payroll discussion.
Okay,
You
so we'll have
another
two.
one as well.
Do what?
You have another one, IT.
Yeah.
You can have two topics if it's the same people, under an AG opinion, if you wanna just add that,
Okay.
but just announce the topics.
So then let me start over, strike the previous motion. We'll move to enter an executive session for 15 minutes under non-elected personnel for payroll discussion topic and IT discussion topic with all three commissioners, Josh and I, and Michelle Morris.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. That'll put us back right at 11:13. executive session for 5 minutes under the previous executive session clause.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries to be 38. So, Michelle, just so you're aware, what I propose is we are going to take this week to draft a stipend policy to be approved next week. And we are going to review the resolution for base pay as well. Can you have that written and ready for next week? Is that
I
enough
can.
time?
I'm gonna leave the numbers blank.
Yep.
You guys decide on that, and then, if there's any other long-term, type issues you want me to look at, or anything, you individually can call me this week. Whether I'm drafting for the commission or for individual commissioners' proposals, just let me know.
Okay. So I will move to, approve Josh to draft a resolution for stipend of HR duties and to draft a resolution for amending base pay. The numbers to be left out, to be decided at next week's meeting.
And discussion of ongoing, personnel, basically, how to do that long-term will be left for another day.
Right.
Say that again.
I'm not, because I just moved and she typed it.
I think
It was a motion
to
to
direct me to draft
There you
a resolution regarding a stipend, at least for purposes of this fiscal year. And then
Is the second part attached to it? Or is that, you
That's
said
all
that
one
separate?
motion.
the second part was what, base pay?
Resolution for
Oh.
base pay.
Resolution amending base pay.
But again, I
The
don't
third
leave
part.
numbers out.
Then something about moving forward, that's the part.
No, that, I'm sorry, I should have talked.
Separate.
All right,
Those are
so
two things.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, now I will need a motion to approve me to sign the opioid agreement. Just came in. We sign this every year for the new commissioner. It is, puts us into the opioid program that allows us, what's the word I'm looking for? Settlements, if there is any.
This is through the state.
Right.
Kansas Attorney General coordinates it for most counties and municipalities.
So I will need a motion to allow the chair to sign said document.
And this is just a matter of course, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, and you reviewed it, or is it the exact same
It's
stock?
the exact same, yeah.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, I'm gonna sign this document. Osage County, official.
Josh, did you need anything moving forward on that? Or was-
All right. You guys see anything in minutes?
I sent a couple things she already corrected. The only one that I wasn't sure what to change is under economic development. It said bridge grant, but I think the motion, this says Commissioner Cooter moves to approve bridge bond proposal. I think it was a motion to enter into a contract with the Blue Valley Consultants, not to exceed 15,000 for the bridge investment regional grant application. So I think we need to put that detail, because it's not a bridge bond. We did talk about a previous bridge bond, but
Yeah, Blue Valley was the name of that
yeah,
consulting group there.
so I think it needs to be a motion to enter into a contract with Blue Valley Consultants, no more than 15,000 for that bridge investment program, project regional grant application, and it was gonna be paid out of the, I believe Ryan said the road and bridge bond remainder, I think is what he said, something, right? Is that what?
Yeah,
Okay,
something
that's
like
where the
that.
bridge bond part came in. That's the fund he was wanting to pay out of.
That sounds accurate.
You get that, Michelle?
So,
Make notes on what you want there.
so if we can just update.
Yep. Take notes and correct it, let me know and I'll sign it. Okay, I have to go, I'm at my time. So you guys have, unless there's, you didn't see anything in bills, do you need time to go through bills?
I haven't gone through those yet, so. Okay, so,
Have a good week.
See ya.
Talk to you later.
That was the only correction on those minutes.
Thank you.
the other two things I sent her and she
Yeah.
already had adjusted them. So
Yeah.
what she sent out already had my couple other things. I'm gonna write out this motion on the back of this with.
Okay.
Oops. I did that wrong, sorry. I'm gonna do consultants. All right, I'll read this. Tell me what you think, Brandon.
Okay.
Motion is to enter into a contract with Blue Valley Consultants for the Bridge Investment Program Regional Grant Application to be paid out of the Bridge Bond Fund not to exceed 15,000.
That sounds right.
That work? Okay.
Yep.
So. So I'll cross that off. Everything else I read through, and I think.
Yeah,
that's
the other
okay.
ones I think she fixed already.
Yes, the other two that yeah. Okay. So I would move to approve the regular meeting minutes from Tuesday, August 19th, 2025 as amended.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, motion passes. Okay, that one's done. There's that. Okay, so last thing I have bills. Josh, did you look at this? Did you want, or did you,
What is it?
The
The bills?
bills.
I haven't looked at it yet.
Okay.
I'll come up.
Okay.
Michelle, Helix is Sam, right? Okay.
Yes,
See, I remembered his name.
yes.
Said
It's
see.
an inside joke. Well, I guess you were there. We can't remember his name for some reason. I don't know why it's so complicated, because it's a simple name. Simple name.
the county suffers from the same thing the water district is. When Evergy sends out their bills, there's a ton of different, every location. It infuriates me. And they all got different due dates. $1.12 for American Tower, huh?
Well, I think the contract was $1. I think, is that the sheriff's office, and I think they.
Yeah, Capital
To
Out.
to put things on top of a tower, like one of their, I can't remember. There's stuff that we.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we rent it for $1. One year they gave us like a really high price, and we're like, no.
Oh, wow.
See, that's the one she wants us to see.
Yeah.
Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so I would move to approve paying the bills in the amount of $64,947.47. And these are for the bills dated, what's today, 8/26/2025.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, all those, okay, so there's no.
Oops, that was good.
Okay, here's that. Okay, is that? Okay, I believe that's everything. Josh, do you have anything else?
No.
Brandon, did you have anything?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Michelle, did you have anything else? Okay. Then I would
You
need,
approve minutes?
yes.
Yes.
Yes. I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed. Motion passes. You can hand that down. I don't know.
Oh, sorry. Yes, ma'am. Whew.